World Vision is one of the most incredible international development charities in the world, working in 100 countries and supporting over 100 million people in their struggle to overcome poverty and disempowerment, regardless of their religious beliefs. The biggest problems in these communities involve access to the very simplest of needs, which we here in the West take completely for granted. Those simple yet totally necessary things that in this day and age everyone should have, namely access to good food, good clean drinking water, access to good healthcare, and very importantly, access to education. Knowledge is power, and in these communities, that power is the empowerment that allows them to start to direct their own vision of their own future, leaving behind their reliance on aid and the restrictions and shackles of poverty. The countries we operate in generally have no social care systems, no real infrastructure, and nothing to fall back on. You don't work, the crops you rely on to survive fail, you have a big problem. You get ill, perhaps from drinking dirty water that you've walked miles to fetch every day. There are no medicines to help you. You have a problem. You get stuck in a cycle of having to work in the fields to help your family. You have no time for education, and you're probably doomed to get stuck in this cycle that doesn't allow you to get that education, doesn't allow you to develop and grow. Knowledge is power, and in these communities, that power means the ability to take control in directing your own vision of your own future. Often, it's the children that suffer most. Unfairly, they are the victims of circumstances that they are born into, over which they have no control. Cliched but true, that the children are the future. And World Vision is working to allow children the opportunity to be children, to develop and grow in a way that they can create a future for themselves and their communities. I've been fundraising for World Vision as part of their neighbourhood fundraising team for 2 years now. And being from Zimbabwe, one of the countries they work in, I have a deeply personal connection with the charity. The project that I visited was the Kodumela project in the northern region of South Africa, near a town called Tsemin. And on my journey through the countryside, it was hard to believe that poverty could exist within such beauty. Oh, you can just take a listen to the rhythm of life, going round. Arriving at the offices, I was relieved to see that they weren't ostentatious, expensive premises, but rather practical and extremely efficient.
Kodumela ADP means perseverance is the mother of success.
These three women were truly inspirational. Their dedication, passion, and commitment to their work was amazing. Their understanding and genuine concern for their community and all the issues incredible. And it was through their eyes that I was going to see the workings of World Vision in action.
Okay, my name is Maite, and I'm the Customer Relation Officer here for Kodumela ADP. Within the Kodumela ADP offices, we are able to deal with poor communities and poor families, whereby our main purpose is to uplift the standard of living for the poor families and also try to eradicate poverty.
My name is Mosie, Mosie Khofelo, Kgofeno. I'm a development worker at Mets Village. I'm looking after sponsored children, visiting at their houses, checking how their education level or performance is, their health, their socio-economic at home.
Ludile was the woman in charge of the program, and I really liked that. As in many developing countries, lack of women empowerment is often a huge issue. And here was a woman who understood that and was doing amazing work in addressing this. She told me all about the history and work that World Vision was doing in the area.
Before I came in, World Vision was already involved in 2 communities. So by then they called this project community projects. They called them CDPs. And then from there they moved into an area. They decided to call them ADPs now, Area Development Program, which will now cover a number of villages. And when I came in, we had to work with 6 villages. And then we started this from scratch. We had to conduct research, we had to get the needs of the community and assess the community. It's called participatory rural appraisal. That is the method which is used by World Vision. So we get to we organize communities, we organize community meetings. Then we go to them, and then we listen to what, because we try much harder to work on the knowledge the community has. We're not bringing in any new things. We're trying to improve what the community has, because they've been there before World Vision comes, and they'll still remain in this area when World Vision pulls out. So what we need to do is just to build on what they have.
All of the projects that she showed me were doing just that, i.e. building capacity based on the resources and skills that the community already had. This develops sustainability and teaches ways of generating income.
We set up a beadwork group because, we got a sponsor from Chorley Village in UK, and then when we spoke to them that we'd like them to come and operate it, because their main area of operation is in a village called Madeira. But we realized that they are not accessible, because there would be people who just bypass the office and don't have time to go to the project because it's outside the project. So what we did is to create a space for them to display what they are doing, and they would come. They're not coming in, all of them, every day. So they have their own timetable who's coming to the project, so that to sell to whoever wants to buy the beads, to explain to people who will be visiting the project. So the rest of the group will remain at the project and do their production there.
Amazing stuff. Beadwork is part of the local culture, usually for decorative purposes, and now support from World Vision turns this into an income-generating activity.